Um, One instance when I felt isolated was when I was visited a school as part of an exchange program for 15 days. And first few days, I didn't really know the culture of the school and what the people, kind of people, and what they talk about, what they like to do, what kind of sports they play. So I was quite isolated in that way in the first few days, even though I had um, a person to guide me through the first few days of living there and staying there in the hostel. But I think it was probably fueled because they weren't familiar with my culture and they weren't familiar with strangers. Also, they had this kind of setup in their school, and the kind of people who came there on exchange programs, the students in the school didn't like them, and they didn't like talking to them, and they didn't like their personality overall. So I think that was a major factor for the first few days of isolation I felt. But of course, I overcome it in many ways. I think first of them was majorly through sport. Yes, because we had a lot in common. They were playing cricket, they were playing football, and something I like to do. And so that was I played sports with them, and that was one way I communicated with them. Other than that, I think I just it was just patience as well as confidence that you need to understand what kind of culture they have, and fortunately for me, they made me feel comfortable. Um, Even though they did not like a student coming from outside, or they were not familiar with it, and they did not, probably like change, but they didn't treat me badly, so to speak, and so it was easier for me to fit in. I think that is crucial for preventing isolation, because it's also the kind of people you are being isolated by. Um, they need to have sensitive. They need to be a little more sensitive when they are treating you, so that you can help overcome your isolation.
Yes, I did. When in my last to last school, um, they had their own kind of groups. They had their own kind of group, three, four groups, and then there were the Egyptians, Pakistanis, and then North Indians. And I don't know, like, how will I fit in one of those? I tried. I tried to talk to them and, you know, discuss about their languages, culture, and all that. But still, I didn't feel that was the right idea.
So, did you ever overcome it, or
No, I did not.
Yes. Uh, when I came from Korea, I did not know how to speak English. It created a lot of problem when I make friends. I could not interact with my friends. That was barrier for me. Yeah,
So we learned English.
and I and after I learned English, but it's India. So even if I learn English, there most Indians are speaking Hindi. I could not join the conversation.
Before I came to India, I lived in the U.S. for a long time. So, when I came here, I didn't know any Hindi. All I knew was English, and everybody here spoke Hindi. So, I had a hard time communicating with others. Uh, like they could speak English, but not very well. So it was kind of really formal, and making friends was a little bit difficult. And yeah, like I felt like I wasn't included in some conversations. So
I felt isolated.
yeah, I felt a little bit isolated, and nobody to talk to. So.